There was an ambulance, emergency medical technicians from a rural fire department, a Coast Guard rescue helicopter all the way from North Bend, and even 2 victims. But it really wasn't an emergency. It was all just for practice in the Eugene District's Coast Range resource area. The idea, according to area manager Wayne Elliott, is to practice now, and then if a real emergency comes along, people should be better prepared to handle it. The drill took place in a remote, rugged area near the town of Deadwood. The 2 victims, John Peacher and Jerry Krostek, simulated injuries received from a rolling log during a slash burn. It didn't take long for co-workers to locate them and start treatment. Masks, strap-on wounds, and some acting deserving of Oscar nominations added more than a touch of realism to the effort. They were quickly transported to a nearby landing where the first aid continued. All the while, observers took notes which were later reviewed with the participants. The Triangle Lake Rural Fire Department and U.S. Coast Guard took part. The fire department sent an ambulance and EMTs to treat the injuries. The Coast Guard helicopter took less than 30 minutes to arrive on the scene after dispatch from North Bend. Things weren't perfect, but overall they went well. Dan Howells, a silviculturist in the Coast Range area, took a minute during the action to explain.
We simulated injured victims in an ongoing slash burn and the evacuation of those people by ground to a designated area. We involved the Coast Guard rescue helicopter from North Bend from the standpoint of viewing the medevac capabilities that aircraft has, as well as getting a feel for their overall response time and capability to assist us in injuries in this part of the resource area.
This is the second such simulation. The Coast Range resource area was organized from the former Notai and Lorain resource areas last January, and since some people were new to the Coast Range and not familiar with the far reaches of the resource area, it was decided to again hold the emergency exercise. At the end of the drill, there was time to review, critique, refine, and witness a couple of miraculous recoveries. Everyone, of course, hopes that emergencies don't occur, but if one does take place, the people in the Coast Range resource area might just be better prepared to handle them.
You know, it's easier to put